Hello boys and girls, my name is Yoshi1907 here, welcoming you back to my 100% blind playthrough of, well, the side quest simulator, better known as Pokémon Legends Z-A for the Nintendo Switch 2, but yes, we're back in the side questions once again. We did a couple of them later, discovered the 5-star mechanic. I also looked into that other mechanic, and I'm definitely right about one thing. I want the donuts to be as sour as possible. Yes, that's the specific stat I'm mentioning. Because it increases our chance of getting special items, and annoyingly enough, we need a very special and rare item to drop, but it's random. And it only drops for 4-star, 5-star wild zones. The actual setting doesn't seem to matter, but we will keep doing those and keep destroying the Pokeballs to have a smaller, better chance of getting that. You might be able to reset farm for it, but beyond that, it might be a while before we get that done. So it might be easier, honestly, to just try and trade for it, but the trade hiding setups doesn't necessarily mention what we need to trade for, so those are kind of hard to use. Anyways, before we do anything else, I'm gonna be right back for just a minute. Alright, if you're wondering why we delayed, anyway, sorry for that, but if you guys wonder, we finally got our feedback up. We also got another thing done. Well, more side missions mainly, but mainly we finally got the one done that required the feedback. And to celebrate it, because we got a prism scale, yes, I decided to trade with someone off camera. But now we're, and yeah, we got my little tick, finally. So that's, the only one left now is, nothing else. By the way, we're probably gonna keep whatever Pokemon we have for now. Alright, the only thing left to do now is check where the other one is, which the only other one we also already have is Porygon 2 specifically. We have Porygon 1 too, but Porygon 2 specifically we need. Yeah, this one we got from the quest as well. Like I said, side missions are really important, and sometimes they give you some really useful stuff. They generally give you all the items you need. There is technically other copies of these rare items you can get, but typically they require certain things involved. Anyways, we're gonna give Porygon 2 now this dubious disc. It's automatically level 50 because it was traded to us. I wonder if we can even trade it at all, because it was from some Sereni. Who knows? If we see Elias again, that means it he is also the trade Pokemon we're looking for. But anyways, yeah, we need to give this thing a dubious disc so it can evolve, and I think you guys know the rest of the story. We're going to see you guys in a minute. I couldn't find anyone who wants Porygon Z, apparently, so back to the normal game, I suppose. Alright, well, yeah, as you can see, we had fun doing that, but, yeah, we'll probably be getting that off camera at some point when we get more time, when we have more time, rather, to do it. Now we need to somehow find Luntias and or Latios. Almost forgot about those Pokemon, man. It's been so long since I've seen any different ones. Anyway, let's go now and just keep doing the side missions. There are so many of them to do after all. I didn't check the other one, by the way, but that's fine. I didn't really have much time to look. I was more focused on getting the trade evolution done first, actually. So I kind of changed what I was looking at. I don't want to waste too much time. Okay, we're just looking at the answers to the side missions. So let's battle wherever this fiend is. We must catch it. So we're supposed to catch it then, yeah. Oh, it just completely missed entirely. Oh, it's a strong boy. Probably easier to just keep brute forcing it and see if it catches. And each time it fails, so I'm just gonna have to try again. Alright, I get it. But we're just gonna keep playing until we get lucky again. For some of these regular ones that don't have a great way to catch it, you kind of just have to force and counter it quite a bit. Let's try, because it's nighttime and we set up nighttime, we could try Dust Ball instead. That'll probably work better. Yeah, there we go. Very next attempt, instantly got it. Phew, thank you so much for catching it. Well, that's the other thing. Could be one of those hyperspace distortions. That time you caught must have come here for the other side. Please do something about that distortion. Oh, it's only 1 star anyway. This is, I think, that specific one that said we should probably use a lower level donut on. Because it came from a weird spot, and then it goes in here. I think this is a specific mission, so, we're using this one. It kind of warns you, though, like, it's a 1 star mission, which is like not something you even see in a side mission, so we're just gonna use the weakest donut we have, which we saved specifically for this. Saves us time, and sure enough, we just beat this kid instead. Who has a lot of these. Just tells us to come over here, huh? Interesting enough, we still have a timer in this, despite all of that. We just have to do interact with him. Do you like Meltdown? I don't know, actually. I'm not sure. I just said, yeah, so she'll be impressed. Okay. Do you like, I'm not sure about that. Oh, she keeps asking us. Okay. We just went in and she disappears. Okay, we automatically get Velmetal registered. As well as that other one that we did. And I've also looked a bit more into our Pokédex. We're looking for 186 Pokemon, actually. It's actually even more than I thought. We've only seen 118 of those. And as for our Pokédex number, it only goes down to 130, which means we still have to find a full bunch of extras, unless... I could be just miscounting. I'm not miscounting though, then there's still hundreds of different Pokemon to track down. This just happened to be one of them. Anyway, well, we got those 2 registered now, and sure enough, using the 1-star donut was the correct play. Yeah, I used, actually, not even a 1-star donut, a no-star donut, basically, just to get in. So, because it was just get in, get out, and that's it. Come back. Hyperspace distortion appeared, so I don't think Meltdown will be showing up anymore. We can work in peace now, thank you so much. Just like that, we're done. We're slowly but surely getting more stuff, though. come to think of it, though, some Pokemon that appear might be repeats. It doesn't correctly mention necessarily what says. It just the Pokemon that are in that were added as of the DLC, but not necessarily how much are in the Pokédex and so who knows what we actually have to do. Anyways, now we've done that, let's go and clear up Z's mess, because I don't know about you, but I don't like trying to do donuts making while there's other DLC missions just right in front of us in Hotel Z. It kind of confuses me. So yeah, Naveen, we're gonna help you next. Right, did I leave it back at home? What did you leave, though? Hakuyoshi, would you mind if I asked you for a favor? Second thought, Ancha might just be the person I need. I was wondering if Hoopla might be able to help me with something. Afraid not. Hoopla's power is not to be misused as anyone's personal errand servant. But don't you sometimes? I asked Hoopla to bring my luggage here from Mishmay because it would have caused a stir if I'd been lugging it through Luminose myself. I'll tell you what my dear mama taught me, though. One mustn't expect others to do their work from them. Suppose you have a point. I relieved a great deal on Hideyoshi and the others, Sometimes I have to take matters into my own hands. We psych up for it with a battle, Hideyoshi, an all-out one. Alright. Be outside when you're ready. Okay. Hopefully I will come once. I'd love to see you psych when the bean gets strong. Alright. Yeah, I initially thought I'd have a rematch against our rival Sittard and Rainer, but still we got a match with Naveen first. Alright, let's do this for real, Flaky. Well, you're on, then, mister. For me to test my own mettle against one of the strongest trainers in Luminose. Okay. Okay, then. Let's get it done. Okay, then. Tell me all you got. I'm not going out. I'm going to go easy on you, that's for sure. Lots of traps being used on the map, so he likes using that a lot, I assume. He might Keen Shield anyway, so we're gonna use something else first. No surprises there, yeah. Saw it coming. Whenever you see an Aegislash, you should almost always expect it to use Keen Shield first. Same goes if another Pokemon doesn't attack right away. It probably has either Protect or Detect and wants to use that first. Okay. Well, I know Fine types don't really work. I mean, I know Steel type and Wet type moves won't really work against this thing. So we pretty much have only one option that we're Mango Evolved. Drill one. Okay, well I guess Steel does work, just not as much as I wanted to. Alright, well we took him out exclusively with Extra Drill, just showing how powerful that Pokemon really is. You're forced to be reckoned with as ever. Alright. From your strength, I had a feeling you'd win in the end. Still, I'm proud to know that you can go toe-on-toe with you and give you a tough battle. You're both very strong indeed. For your strength, Naveen, you seemed reluctant to go back home. May I ask why? As happy as I'd be to see my sister, I'd really prefer to not get another earful from my grandma. Sorry, Ansha, that must have sounded selfish after how much you've been missing your mother. If seeing your grandmother would really be so awful, perhaps it's alright to not to see her? What? I just wouldn't have expected you to say something like that. Shouldn't waste your precious time on things you ain't doing. Spend that time bettering yourself instead. If your grandmother accepts you after that, wonderful. But if not, you could still be proud, huh? I'm great with Ansha, do you, Safety? Well, I can always work on finding ways to use my skills to make my little sister smile. Even Grandma might appreciate that. She adores my sister. Oh, I just realized, right, I think the reason why it's set up, it includes Mega Forms, which isn't included on the list. That's probably why my Pokedex is and stuff. I can gladly help. Perhaps I could make your dear sister some special donuts. I'm sure eventually your grandmother will ease up as it's the care and kindness you bring. Also, I have to mention, we probably are actually close to the end of the Pokedex. I choose to believe in my design skills, and that someday they'll even change my grandma's mind. It would be nice not having to feel so resentful towards her. Finding you has brought me some new confidence, silly Yoshi. Alright. Keep chasing my dreams so I kneel and had for my sister's sake and for all my friends. Alright. Just like that, we're done. More golden bog caps. We keep getting golden bog caps quite a bit. We can use those on our Pokemon to guaranteedly max all their stats, not just one, like fix their IVs basically, or effort values, initial values, or whatever, which make them more likely to do more damage. Alright, well, we still got a few more to get, and there will be some more that spawn in as well once we do those, so I guess we're going to Director's office, I believe. It's bad news time. So you won't believe this. I found a hacked Pokeball. Wait, Pokeballs can be hacked now all of a sudden? I suppose you want to know. Pokeball hacking was something T-Fair looked into back in the day. Our scientists developed a way to afflict a Pokeball with a computer virus and mess with it in different ways, even render it unusable. Oh, eh? Imagine what a nightmare would have been for Kalos if this technology got out. And now it's give you a test time. That's the hack Pokemon. But you believe it's got the Pokemon all the Volcanion side? I would like to know how a mythical Pokemon that rare got caught in the first place, but I digress. Since it's Pokeball hacked, it's unusual now. I want to let Volcanion out, but once I do well, Volcanion will be out. It'll probably be battle time. It's your time to shine, Mackie. Once I set loose, catch it again, but in a ball that actually works this time. You know when you're ready to take on and catch that Volcanion. Alright. Oh, Volcanion seems like a fire type, and that's basically, I think I've already seen it. We'll just search by number instead and go very far down. Both sides. Till we find Volcanion. Okay, interestingly, we do not have it registered, so although we were talked about by that, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's been caught already. Alright, so I guess, yeah, never mind. I guess we'll have to figure it out on our own. Don't know what the game says or we're doing anyway. But we're gonna take down Volcanion now. Alright. Yes, I do that. That's how. Good for you, my brave little teacher's pet. Now let's get going. There's just one minor problem. I went to get a device that should let us wipe out the virus so we can open the Pokeball without destroying it, but the Pokeball got such a many Pokemon in it, I had to use creative methods to find a way to get that thing open. I can basically guarantee you once Volcanion gets free, you're gonna be dealing with one angry, powerful opponent. Nothing to worry about because I went in and called a Volcanion expert to help us. Wait, they're Volcanion experts now? I'm the Volcanion expert. You, Vaughn. We've battled you before. Aren't you really? Well, apparently not if you're studying a legendary Pokemon like that. I jumped through every street in the city, so I knew the quickest route to hear from Luminose Press. You remember Miss Yvonne for the Z-A Royale? Well, she's an associate editor at the Luminose Press. She found a secret memo about Volcanion. The person who wrote about this memo, the secret of Volcanion's power, had this to say. In order to cause a steam explosion powerful enough to blow up the mountains, the Pokemon must have it. Again, with extremely high temperature that can instantly vaporize water into steam. Whew! He's not bad. Throat's a little scratchy now. They also talk more about how great its power can be, enough to change Kalos' geography. In the southern part of the Kalos region, there seems to be a custom to revere Volcanion as a nation-building Pokemon. What's more, people seem to believe that a steam explosion caused by Volcanion created the plane where they live. That's ridiculously powerful. It's true that there was once a huge mountain at the range in southern Kalos, until it was obliterated in a massive explosion of unknown origin. Smells like Volcanion to me. This isn't making me thrilled about what could happen when it gets out, but no matter what, we can't just leave it stuck in a hatched Pokeball. With that, I guess it's time to introduce you to this lab's basement. That's a lot of preamble, all for catching one cool Pokemon. This will basically be the next super boss then that we have to face then, basically. Would be, of this game that is. Hey Yoshi, you caught me. You and I are going to be cheering you on from outside that room. We come in with you, but you know, we like staying alive. Now toss a Pokeball with a canyon in it. I believe if we have to redo this again, we'll probably get a chance to skip it. Alright. Sure looks like one feisty opponent. Good luck in there. Alright. Wait, if it's enemy, then I think we have to battle it first. Nope. Alright. First time in a while, actually, we've had one that doesn't get angry right away. Does this improve it slightly? Nope. But apparently this is considered a dark area, so dust balls do work. It's kind of strange how that works. Sometimes dust balls don't work, and sometimes because, well, it's considered a dark room, balls do work. He likes using Steam Rushing, which has a bad habit of burning us every 5 minutes. Keep having to use items as a result to make that go away. Burn makes you do even less damage, so of course you want to use that to more quickly weaken this, so come on. Well, since we can use Dust Balls, I don't see a reason to Master Ball it. We can just keep throwing Dust Balls instead, and we got it. Ding, ding, ding. Yep, you did. To the Victorious Volcanion. Strange how even the most wild Pokemon will chill out once you catch it, huh? Alright, just like that. Another boss. Down. Just like that. That one was much easier. My pulse is still racing from watching you go toe-to-toe with a mythical Pokemon. If I could perhaps ask for one small favor in return for the info I provide, would you mind letting Volcanion do away with some parts of us? Just enough to clear a nice fun track for Yeah, no, that's not happening. I was only joking, of course. Anyways, I think I could get a fantastic article out of all this. My editor-in-chief won't believe her eyes. I didn't know. Time to job back to work. Luminose Press won't wait for me. Alright. I kind of get how Volcanion must have felt losing his freedom thanks to Team Fire's Prestige. That my gilded cage is exactly the same as being stuck in a hatched Pokeball, though. At least now Volcanion's got a new partner. You get to show it all kinds of interesting stuff to see and do the way only a Pokemon trainer can. I got to see some pretty nice feigns thanks to you and your buds, I guess, too. What a ride. Now get lost, kid. Till next time, maybe. Another super loss. Down just like that. A lot of what's left is probably going to be mostly that, so... Now that we've done a lot of the other side missions, it's mostly just going to be rapid fire for now. But on top of that, we still have to get other stuff. Meanwhile, we keep hearing shiny Diggles every now and then. I'm going to stay where I spawned in. Maybe it's over here. Okay. It's probably up on the roof again. Too bad Signies go away if you, might go too far away from them. But you could also reload them to potentially get ones if you didn't get shinies. I only mention that because we've caught quite a few shinies already on this playthrough. They've definitely made it easier over the years to get that. They used to be a super rare event that seeing even one was very luck dependent, but now it seems so much more simpler to find them. God, those fools that are trying to get in my way. What are you doing in here in this corner, I wonder? I'm sure you've heard, haven't you, about certain Pokemon? Pokemon called Genesect? No, I have not. I've never heard of that. Good on you for admitting it. That takes integrity. Genesect is an ancient bug Pokemon. Apparently it was altered by a certain organization. It's to be equipped with 4 different kinds of drives, or so they say. What drives I so have happened to have acquired? Why don't you buy them off me? I got some very interesting info to share once you get all 4 anyway. Time tells I ain't waiting into those. It's ain't. Oh, there's a bunch of other stuff we can do. Well, good thing we did not use the Mega Shard stuff here. And also, there's actually more Mega Shard stuff we can get that I didn't know about. That's weird. Let's get at least one of those. Chilling water. That sounds like an interesting one. Magnet bomb too also sounds interesting, but in reality we need to get these. Devil's Drive, Shock Drive, Burn Drive, and Chill Drive. He wants us to do all of these. So we'll do just that after that, and we're gonna look. Well, now I've got them. So now I'm going to talk to you again. Look at that. You got all 4 drives. That took some effort. You've earned my special bit of intel. Get ready for a beat for your road-time term. It's about to get some intriguing information. Go on, check the location I sent you. Alright. And to no surprise, a secret appears out of thin air. So I went from nothing to now it's instant 5-star. Alright. I'm not sure what to use against this vein for now, so we're gonna just go in and forget about it. I believe this is one of the tricky ones where, although we enter it in from a specific area, we could potentially catch it just as easily as the others. Alright. Oh, we have to go up here. Never mind. I was about to say, are we literally not able to go up this? They make us walk a long way after all before we even start the battle. Okay, well. This is what they call the big boy. Come on. Rather, he was slower, but really. That's it, that's genocide. Catch it, do you hear me? Catch it. Alright. He wants us to do that. We're gonna try to do just one attack against it first. Let's see what we can kind of do with this. And I'm not wasting any more time. So remember that specific battle thing I mentioned? This is actually a Pokemon I wanted to use a Master Ball on, believe it or not, because I believe he's one of the harder ones to even, like, weaken down. So if I would save myself the time, throw a Master Ball. We already have 2 anyway, so we can get another one to be used for a different Pokemon that might be more important to get. But we'll use that on him. Kind of skipping the battle entirely. It makes it kind of useless, but I guess we could use Dust Balls just like we did before. Look at you. Quiet feet. Isn't that an interesting time? I'll put you around if you want to trade more. Don't be a stranger, huh? Alright. Just like that, we're done. Oh, hang on, I need to be right back for a minute. Never scam caller again. And those are the worst. Alright, let's get the freak out of here, man. Whatever. The question is, do we even get Genesect to register in the Dex or not? That's what I want to know. It did go up. Okay, we have it. Alright, good. No need to do anything more. Genesect is one of the stronger Pokemon in this game, so that's why I used Master Ball on it. Again, we have 2, so we can always use another one later. Alright, on that note. Or keep looking around for stuff. Because this game is a tradable game, that does mean that you can also trade with everyone to get the stuff you need instead. What's funny is I think there's a different version of the system that said EX on it, but for some reason it's not. Yeah, I don't like that at all. In fact, it's not even available until you get the partners, which is strange that sends you into it. Makes no sense at all. Alright, well, we're going for this side mission next. Hey there, do you wish to learn the ultimate and secret mysterious techniques? Sorry though, who are you? Yes, I think you look quite suited to this. Very well. Oh, we had to be, using a Surigama apparently for this. Charizard, Blaziken, Emperor, and Delphox. Blastoise, Swampert for Alligator, Ninja, Venusaur, Sceptile, Magnanium, and Chestnut. What do they have on current? Only they can run the ultimate moves that are willing to cheat you. Huh. Earn them, you need to defeat trios of Pokemon using only a single Pokemon of your own, which I'll specify. Such are the trials that await you. Do you have what it takes to see a food? If you like to try, simply let me know. Oh my goodness, not another solo mission. I thought we were done with these. Screw you, Kinez. We're not doing that. Frick that. We don't have nearly enough time to even attempt that, but don't you worry. We will do that, just not now. I'm not about ready to waste more time on a mission that has us doing solo challenge. Because if it's 100, then we're just gonna keep losing over and over again, once again. Do you see why I hate certain side missions more than others? Alright, let's see if you have something much better. Here she is, standing here for a day with most desperate requests. I'm afraid this is a personal one. You see, I must get a certain Pokemon for my daughter's birthday. Oh boy, this too. He must absolutely have a Mimikyu. I tried explaining that Mimikyu are not turtle, and perhaps not the best Pokemon for a young child to look after. That if I did not get her one, she would insist that I give back my precious hair tie. Hair tie is in fact a gift from my daughter. She crafted by felting Marie wool to create an adorable work of art. It's what people know me by. It's become part of my very identity. I cannot have her take it back. Mimikyu are not found in the Kyle region, but perhaps in hyperspace else you just might be able to find one there. If you do find a Mimikyu, please would you catch it? Allow me to gift it to my daughter? Sure. Already have one. But yeah. I did not think there was going to be another side mission set up, so I am probably going to check that out in a minute, but first, do it, kill for sure. Is it gonna... Yeah, just goes to it directly. We're gonna just let this, we don't really need it after all. Yeah, my lifelong thanks for this. Thank you as a fairy type, making it stronger against dragon types, huh? Someday my daughter will also go to a fine trainer and challenge me and my grandpa. That'll be the true test of my dedication, as it were. Thank you, Kuliyoshi, for all the many ways in which you aid me, great and small. Well, that was fast. Better start another one. Or we could just try something else. Be heavy on bird balls for that one. Don't be fooled, by the way. There's still more side missions to do. We have to have already finished up the other missions before we'll be able to actually get the stuff done. Most of which popped up by doing this. Okay, alright, well, we do have a little bit of time. We're not going to do more than one attempt on these trials, but we're just gonna check them and see how high a level they are, because if not, they might just level to 100 and cheese them that way with Protect and whatnot. Alright. Use just Magnesium to defeat 3 Fire-type Pokemon. Oh boy. And then Trial Fire pit my Emvor against 3 Water-type Pokemon. Trial Water calls upon Alligator. Oh yeah, Arcanist. Just as suspected. You're gonna be as trolly as frickin' possible. Making V-type Pokemon you know we have weaknesses to, just because you know we're gonna lose. Seriously, dude. Alright, well, I don't want to waste too much time checking that out. You can tell, I did not expect this to happen at all. I do not want them to be level 100. I hope they're not level 100, because if not, then it's gonna probably be nigh impossible to do this properly. Okay, we have a spot to deposit our Pokemon. Let's start with doing that here. And, I'm not sure if I even actually, it'd probably be more interesting to actually do them all at once. Alright, so let's look for Meganium first. This one's probably going to be the hardest one to use, because it's also one of the weaker starters. I'm sure everyone who's played Pokemon Gold and Silver and other older titles that have this Pokemon as a starter, you know how weak Meganium normally is. Just doesn't have the best typing, and because of that, it has a massive disadvantage most of the time. Okay, anyways, we're gonna put it over here, and then we're gonna search boxes again for the other starter, for Relegator. And before we do that, we'll actually put all 3 starters into our first. So we can do that. We did get the evolutions for them, just only 1 at a time so far. We didn't really train them too much either, so I might just keep them at first to see what happens. But you can tell that I saved these items for a reason now. Alright, I will, however, not show you doing the other stuff. It's not just because I don't want to see that or want to deal with the other mechanic. It's more like, more than likely, I'm gonna have to use either Mega Evolution or something else to brute force them, because, this game was probably not built for having you getting targeted by weaknesses. Normally, what happens. So, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna level up these Pokemon off camera. I'm gonna set them up, and I'm just gonna blindly attempt all 3 trials. And see if we can clear this, because this seems really awkward. Until then, I will see you guys later. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention, yes, this is the end of the episode. So you'll be seeing these trials in the next episode. Sorry about that, but I like to add a little bit of waiting time to these videos, you know. Well, until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!